south into this next circle. Voin Donkey ID, very central onto this one already. They've got an open area surrounding the compound that they hold. The ridge to the south side, potential vulnerability, but that's currently being fraughtly, tensely contested by two teams, by Falcons, by Thundertalk in the center of this circle. Incilio trying to extract from the southeast side, but D+ here, a lead weight on their feet as they try and rotate. Not to worry though. So if D+ here can't earn a couple of points either way.
South Korean killers here in the lobby, D+, putting the hurt on the south side of the map. 4 elims already found up to 123 points. Good stuff from them, and DRX being injured and Cilio being injured means that their northern approach is free and open. They've cleared the way. Now it's time just to walk the path.
pmgc versus Na'Vi. On the ridge side, the first opener goes the way of pmgc, but remember Alpha 7's presence on the west side. There is a big third-party potential for this one. And if Alpha 7 want to make this ascension work, they want to change the game, they will need to take this third party, sweep through the north edge, isolate these fights. pmgc look to put more pressure on, but slowly Alpha 7 march forwards. Revo the first to step into harm's way. Flip goes down, and pmgc commit to the push. Carrillo moves up for Alpha 7 behind all of this, and pmgc, they've made their way onto the inside, but they may have sealed themselves within their own tomb. If Alpha 7 can get here in time, Reaper steps through, goes down to the spray, and Lemon keeps the doorframe under control, keeps the inside there for Na'Vi. Apex is down as well. They could res here, and Alpha 7 have established their perimeter all the while.
Alpha 7 looking good for a couple more points here on the cards and maintaining a huge amount of presence over towards that northeast side. They're going to be extremely happy. Either way, this breaks down. 1 elim already. Nade starting to send over the top. Doc is hurting. The Mafioso looks to deliver the final nail.
Perfect encirclement from Alpha 7. They read this fight like a book. And they add these points to their tally with all too much gusto. Na'Vi trying to leave, and now they're under pressure from the Brazilians as well. 3 points earned so far. A headshot landed onto Lemon. The play zone takes him down, and Revo doesn't want to let that point slip away from them. Picks it up, Lemon gets eliminated. Puncher now on the back line for Na'Vi. The last to stand in the blue. The high ground, though, flowed out towards. That is a knocked player and a surviving player. Let's go with that. For Na'Vi up on the high ground, they can get that res and maybe get a little bit of an answer, but I don't think that they're going to be able to find it with the position that Alpha 7 hold over them. A really good result for the Brazilians on the north.
Alpha 7 just going from good to better here inside this map, and Revo, to be fair to him, even though not been too high up in the lobby, he's been eviscerating the competition thus far, reminding them why he is the shotgun of Brazil. But RCB make their way on over on that eastern side to Alpha 7, have an inkling of what's going down.
RCB not the ones to find it. It's actually flipped from Na'Vi, who spots McGrellin on the way out. There's cover from the buggy, but it is slim to none. And with RCB, you're right, coming in from this western side, the ridgeline is exposed. Alpha 7, I think they're losing McGrellin here. Not really too much to do about it, but two players looking for an answer, moving up the side of the cliff in the vehicle, trying to scramble their way back to Na'Vi and put the pressure on even further. Turn the screws to them. But all 3 of these Na'Vi players have somehow made it out blank.
I don't know how that's possible, but the resilience shown there from Na'Vi is nothing short of extraordinary. TJB up against Guild. Jakey doing a pretty good job. Himself in at Triple S, gets a lot of shots and longs now, has to deal with the short end of the stick down towards this south side. The player gets right up in his face. And now he looks to finish.
Over the top of the smoke, drops down low, Wagner there. High ground potentially, a third party, as the spray from Longs as their Matic on that off angle is the one to put a stop to it. And the rest of Guild under pressure as well. Team Spirit have flexed out, they lost a player earlier, but they still have 3 to go. And Wagner, he's trapped on the outside here for Guild. I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this unless you rip a real big smoke train, get some reses on board. Guild should be done for here.
Yeah, this is a terrifying situation to be in for Guild. Have to marshal the banners if they want to get out of here, but it's just unlikely. Matic fully out of manual, straight into automatic. Sending the nades downhill, and it's impossible to leave this location. Team Spirit do need to clear it though. So Kitsune will be first to face, puts the fire up in front.
Molotov reduces the retreat opportunities and immediately forces the peak. Team Spirit handle that one. And Guild fall to it. 6 elims found for Team Spirit on the western side of this circle. As we're just about to find where our next phase is going to take us. Right now, Thunder Talk, slap bang in the middle, 2 hills either side of them, trying to keep themselves under control with 4 players in the middle. The circle does slam straight on top of them as well.
Thunder Talk have a very big opportunity now. For RCB, maybe it was a missed window, which was Alpha 7 and Na'Vi, and I think it was more the fact that somehow, some way, Na'Vi is able to pick themselves up to their feet, looking fairly zombie-like. Keep on walking forward. They do make it into the circle. But RCB has to clear. They want to play over towards that eastern side, which is the only really feasible approach for them.
Silas first to cross the road. 2 players from Alpha 7 to face off against them. Na'Vi still on that eastern flank. Silas spotted, and that is, you're right, from Voindonki on the southwest edge of this fight. This scrap is going the way of Alpha 7, though. Dips out into the blue for a long time. Carrillo takes a lot of damage from it, takes a round as well, but will just about stay alive for a moment longer. Outside, he does find the knock, but it's Vexy with the Maxi 14, hitting hard, and Alpha 7 fall to it.
Sara, the lone samurai, now needs to go on by himself. Time to get some more points. He doesn't know that Enigma Galaxy's out, but he just needs to live. But this is a hard place to do it from. Voindonki ID likely will have information. He's got no vehicle to work with until he spots a monster truck right inside his way. He'll need that bad boy going forward. Sends it out, tons of damage pouring over towards him though. How much longer can he live? And Na'Vi should have sightlines on this.
It's Voindonki though who are peppering the edge of this monster truck. I don't think it gets away. You can see it starting to burst into flames. And under the bonnet, that's far from healthy, will no longer be operable. And Sara is trapped, but he's in the zone. He is in just about the north side of this zone and will be safe for just a moment longer. Voindonki ID are able to sit there too. Na'Vi with their outpost on the north, not so lucky, but Influence Rage, they're rolling around on the south side. Team Spirit crunching in from the north. DRX being the opposing force to put the pressure down, and Diego's the last to stand for Influence Rage.
Strong approach from Team Spirit this game. I mean, they are surrounded on all sides. Nade's going through. Good one over the top side there from DRX. Team Spirit will claim one of those eliminations. Now D+ trying to clear out Incilio. Still with 4 players alive though, John, 4 eliminations. This could turn out to be a good game for them. Angling themselves closer and closer to the top 2.
It depends on how far Sara can go. With Incilio going down, the placements are going to start to add up now. It's D+ here, 5 eliminations. Slowly approaching. They were 16 points behind the top spot at the start of this match. They are slowly eating into that lead. Na'Vi take a knock, and that actually goes over to D+ here as well. Puncher, I don't think he's getting back up, with Chips moving into position, flanking out to the east side there. Goes out wide and has the cover. Next circle comes through, and we'll see where it takes us. Again, slam straight on top of Thunder Talk.
For RCB, actually not that terrible. This forces Voindonki ID to move forward, but again, RCB, Sara's got nothing to work with, no vehicle. To pad on down towards the circle here, has to hope more teams go out on the outside. Top 5 would be ideal. It's not going to be a huge amount of points, but D+ also need to go down for them. Like the boys are saying, I think it is going to be down to the final map.
Certainly all to play for. The roll up from Na'Vi. Not going according to plan, not quite. Thunder Talk able to hold it. 4 elims found, and they will go down there. Thunder Talk hold the center. And they keep 4 players alive, but they've had to regroup to the same side of the road blank. There could be an opening.
For ThunderDogs, it's a good hold. Very good hold. Difficult buildings to work against as well. Good crossfire they held in that location. Team Spirit trying to get away. Zeta with that P90.
A fearsome sight over any ridgeline. Hitting them with the monster over the hill. As Kitsune launches a nade, bounces back off the tree, unfortunately, protected by the boughs of it. And not going to be able to connect that first attempt. Team Spirit down to 2 players, but Razak's been spotted. That's the off angle. That's Sara, I think, from RCB, the last player to go on out wide. But now attention has been drawn their way. And I don't know how much further Sara can get into this.
Pretty much has to push over towards the east here. With Na'Vi going down, it actually exposed a lot of space over towards that northeast side, but Nolbu, always the front line of the spear, moves forward, but it's Vexy once again. The Maxi 14 inside of his hands is devilish, to say the least.
But he's been spotted. Vexy does go down, and it's D plus Kia, who now have not got RCB to extend their lead ahead of them. RCB falling in 7th place, low placements, low eliminations here, a definite window of opportunity from the east side, relatively uncontested. They will look to open up the thrusters now.
8 elimination game from Team Spirit. Not bad at all, honestly, considering that they were fully surrounded. Massive standoff between them and a fair few other squads, but it is D+. All eyes on them at the moment. One of the few teams towards the top side of the table that has that chance to chase. Right now, they control a lot of the eastern side, but they may have just met some of their South Korean brethren over towards the west. Osao comes flying in to assist Chips. Favian, Nolbu on the back line.
With the standoff not favorable for D plus Kia, they're reinforcing. You can see Nolbu and Favian moving a little bit closer down to the south. The next circle's going to pop as well as this fight unfurls. As Nolbu moves up to that high ground, it goes over to ThunderDog again on the circle shift. So it will be a contest for these buildings. And how firmly can they hold their grasp around them? That's the question for the team from PEL. 5 eliminations found on their side already. Meanwhile, D plus Kia, they seem to have forced DRX to go for the crash first. Or are they trying to leapfrog this? This is a big rotate coming through from DRX. They're now ahead of D plus Kia. Can they stop them here? Favian cannot connect the spray. Oh, this is disastrous for D plus. They've just allowed them straight in.
That was bad indeed. Not a single shot delivered on mark. Now D+ looks to send over to that front side, get the nades out. Shotgun in hand from Nolbu, has to send back. The spear blunted at the front.
Swatted aside. This is a real big rotate, a real big play from DRX. Nolbu hasn't been flushed just yet, but Kaiksei's putting the nades down, trying to land them. An income Voindonkey ID, potential respite for D plus Kia as Voindonkey ID from Indonesia move over to the north side of this circle and try and put pressure on. DRX can no longer freely peek over these ridgelines, can no longer get into position, and this is exactly why. Kaiksei takes so much damage, and he can't freely move anymore.
Now Voindonkey's not happy about this. They move in. They're here to lay down the law. They find the last player there from Team Spirit, 8 eliminations, 6th place. Voindonkey ID looking to take this game further. 5 elims in their hands, and they've got a chokehold over DRX and D+.
The east side hills, the target for the Falcons as they try and descend. Down the hill they go, trying to careen their way into the buildings and actually making it successfully to some cover in the next circle. A little defilade to keep them safe, a little bit more time to play with. In the meantime, D plus Kia did take a knock from Voindonkey ID. But that should be resable just about.
Razak moving the McLaren out from the blue here. Next circle into stage A, and ThunderDogs once again eating good tonight. Razak looks to finish off Falcons. get behind them, potentially take control of the western building, because Thundertalk smartly have regrouped, and Voindonkey goes for a big old swing.
And King is able to meet it blow for blow. Razor goes down, it's torn apart. High chiming in as well. 2 more points added to the tally for the Thundertalk. And Voindonkey ID shredded down to 2, but they make their way down to the roadside.
This might have been a mistake from Voindonkey ID. You understand the thought process. That's why I try swing on by, but Thundertalk's way too accurate in that moment. D+ though, and DRX get to reaggress. Now that the annoying fly to the side has been dealt with, and they're gonna go for it again. The Donkeys on their march out.
I don't think so. I do not think so. The last rollout for Vexy, somehow staying safe. Big old question mark on that finally on the hop in. Spotted by King. And now the top of the hill, it's getting hot as well. D+ Kia able to win out the fight against DRX. And with 2 players down, they can res, they're not under threat, but High Flex is out now. 10 elims found for the Thundertalks. And goodness me, what a lot of pressure onto D+ Kia. They've found more elims now, they can get more placements out of this game. Somehow Icy's still alive for Falcons, but a 3rd place guaranteed for South Korea.
This is a huge game from D+. After the opportunity was given to them, after the door was opened, they've firmly taken it in their hands. They will pick up Icy. This is a slick game indeed from D+. Now looking down towards Thundertalk.
10 elims on either side. But look at the stock of utility for Thundertalk. At the top of the screen, you can see 15 smoke grenades, 18 frags. And D+ Kia a little bit more low on supplies. They'll launch in from the high ground and actually may be able to sweep towards the middle of this circle blank because it's closing, but it might not matter.
Nobu down, and for Thundertalk, this ain't no talk, this is an argument. For why PEL is such a strong region still.
Oh.
Shin goes down, and D+ on the side, still on the grind. Fabian will pick up Shing. Start to work the issue, a full reset on the level 3, on the helmet and the vest. Up goes AJ, dangerous positioning. Nade could be good, airburst strong.
Pubg.
It's 1, it's a 2nd. It's all down to Fabian.
He's got the roadside, but nothing more. A 1v3 on the cards. D+ Kia need him to dig deep. King moves forward, surges into the fight. The spray is good for 1, and it will connect. Thundertalk take the chicken dinner.
Lightning struck not